Hey everyone, it is Kyaralonous gonna have a chat with another edition of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void, the latter edition. Today will be a match between me against Soldier. It will be between Kyaralonous and Soldier. In the top. In the top right, it is Foul Pal Kyaralonous. That's the blue Zerg player. And at the bottom, up on the left, we got the red Protoss, and it's Soldier. So, what do we got here? What do we got? Nothing too crazy. Okay? Nothing too crazy. Okay, as should be expected. An APM is pretty high. An APM is pretty high. Okay? And the Protoss is at low. Also, nothing too crazy. Okay, there's an expansion, there's a gateway, and there's a spawning pool coming up, and an extractor on the way, and there's a probe. I see you. Then, how do I follow you? How do I follow you? So, what do we got? So let's see. It's Cybercore and Gateway on the way. He's oversaturated his main base. He should transfer it. This is the brave new world. I guess you could say that. It's a brave new world. This is it, and this is yet to be expected. So. Yeah, and there's the Nexus first. Gosh, it's so late. So late. Which, of course, he's researching the warp gates. And he is making an attempt. He could have made a Starcraft to take out the Overlord, but I guess he decided not to. Whatever the reasons was. Alright, there we go. And let's see. How many was this? That's about 12 lings. 12 lings heading this way, and they're about to trying to break down the door. It's gonna take some time before they take down the dead. Because of the shield battery, I had to pull my guys back to make a follow trait. But the shield battery nearly drained it out, so I didn't make it even more. 4 overlords coming this way. Jeez. 4 overlords heading this way. Let's see, a robo-bag heading it. A robo-facility is on the way. Another gateway. 2 gateway. Another deaths. 2 more deaths. Oh, Soldier. Soldier, come on, man. You should have expanded. You should have, like, moved some of your probes. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so... he's getting an observer. I guess a case for creeps. And mainly, and probably for lurkers if that was to be the case. But, nevertheless, what do we got back home? Go into the lair, and 2 evos, and a third is taken. And at about 4 or 50 mark. It's a 4-minute and 50 minute. It's a 4 or a 50-minute mark. Well, kind of close to 5 actually. It's not much to be seen. And I have my links sent out, like at every places. Make sure he wasn't doing anything proxiness. He made 2 observers, which I find it a bit weird. Which the whole point of, I think the whole point is the fact that he hasn't harassed me at all, which it clears a good indication that he is not. Oh, that hallucination phoenix. This is something else, alright. Alright, this. He has made scouting. Does he know about this already? No.
A new queen has emerged.
Does he know about? He knows about the Hydra's den and the infestation vat. But he didn't see the roach didn't.
Or free up some supply.
Alright. Yep. He did see the roach den now. The roach one. The question is, did he see the 4th base? No, he didn't. And so he's kind of letting Kyaralonous to do whatever he wants. And so, 8 Hydras on the way. 11 drones and 8 Hydras on the way, which is kind of finding it a bit more fascinating. When you think about it. And despite the Overlord, what I had saw, it was this size of an army like this. And the size of an army is something like this. So, like, I'm not sure what is going on with him at this point, but he's trying to do with some weird composition that there are some very weird compositions down here, guys, in the Brave New World. You don't see this very often. Especially in the pro. You don't see this very often in the pro leagues. You always see this in Brave New World. Brave New World. I scouted that there is more immortals. And he made. Where is he making focus? Oh, yes, because I did see there are 4 more gateways on the way. Okay. So it should be fine. But what I didn't see is this. Missing is this. Yes, and the Overlord couldn't see it because of the Stark would not go because the Stalkers and the Sentries are there. Now, oh, a forge is on the way. Oh, 3 forges on the way. Why would you need 3? Weapons and armor I get, but why would you need a 3rd one? Is it shields? I suppose, but... Ah, Archons. It's fascinating. As soon as I saw the forge, saw the 3 forges, he's upgrading 1, and he's waiting for enough gas to get the next one. As soon as I saw it, and I was like, okay, so there's upgrades from the Protoss on the way, so I've done my duties, and I'm gonna just going a little bit further, so that I don't get hit. For some reason, Soldier does not even bother with the overlords. Alright, so which I find it very odd for him to do that. He oversaturated his workers at this base. He oversaturated this one too. Pylons, like literally all over the place. player on the way. Oh, Hive is on the way in like sub 9 minutes. 9:30. He's getting distracted. What are you gonna do with all this? Hello? Yes, it's done. The extract is done. Are you gonna send it in? I guess he's, elsewhere. And I just took care of the hallucinations because they... Did he still have a big an army in this? I presumably so. Presumably so. Oh, but what he saw is a gigantic army heading this way. And how many gateways did he build? Quite a lot. I'm kind of curious as to what was his production. What is his units? No. Oh yeah, structures. 12 gateways. And 1 rubble. That's a very that's a sign of a heavy gateway. But let's see. 7 immortals and 6 archons. And that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, 19, 21. And he's making more zealots. And now that's like 8 archons. And he has some Starcraft, he has some sentries. But what he didn't know, that he didn't bring, but what he didn't know is that there would be lurkers. As soon as I saw that big map, as soon as I see the big army coming this way, had to engage. And here comes the engagement. They come to defend his base. The question is, would it be enough to handle the might of army of Protoss? Plus the vanguard of Ire. Would it be enough? No. Oh. But under the most fortunate circumstances, the base is about to go down, and all the drones are plummeting down. It's down to 58 workers, and 54 lings on the way, and 6 hydras on the way. And a hatchery has gone down. 22 drones have gone down. Oh, and a hatchery has gone down. And 10 lurkers. Yes, and zealots and and there's a run-by with zealots and archons. As the question is, would it be enough to push them back? And it did, to be more precise. But the army supply, I think the army supply has a I think the army supply advantage was definitely 58 to 31, 64 to 31 army supply from Guy. It's a huge difference. And now he saw, and since there's more zone comes in, I have to pull back. Look how fast they run, actually. I've never seen anything like it. Now they're coming back, and they're about to attack again. Oh, there's so many zealots, man. There's so many zealots. It's not like the best numbers you could actually ever count for. But the upgrades does seem to make a little bit of difference. The High Templar is down. 2 more Immortals, 8 more Zealots. This is a bit of a... So, another hatchery goes down. But the question is, would it be enough to handle all the Zealots? With sufficient numbers? And the answer is yes. It took down another Overseer. Observer. Not Observer. So the Overseer had died during the first engagement. What do we got back home? He's making more Zealots and making Archons. And he's still ahead of the economy, if I'm actually honest about it. On 18 resources lost and 234 army supply. And yeah, it's quite little and insane. The income, it's favoring Kai. Okay? And he has 64 drones. So I don't even know what to suggest at this point. There's the... Here comes the Abductive Talent. Does he know the lurker that exists? No, he doesn't. So this probably gives a pretty good, clear indication that... Does he know that hatchery the macro hatchery exists? No, he doesn't. And this is why it's so important. Scouting is actually important to figure out if he has a micro hatch. Well, actually, don't do that because you don't want it. Because if you were fine with it doing it earlier, then you should be fine. He transferred his pros over to his 4th base. Kai has, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4 bases. So 4 bases, it's not that bad. The drone, worker count is a bit high. Army supply is favoring soldier. Things have been a little bit I know he's making Soviet Hydras, and the final upgraded Caraparis is on the way. The Semistic Spines on the way. Spine Crawlers. And there's a lot of Zealots and High Templar, Archon, and Immortals. Like, as soon as I saw it, like, yeah, with that many number. As soon as Kai saw it with his Overlord, which it clearly indicates he sees it. As soon as he saw that number, it's like... As soon as he saw numbers like that, he's gonna go straight into Baneling Nest. Because Baneling Nest proves to be effective against Zealots. With such a mass or with a bunch of Zealots. And he's making lurkers just to get some benefit out of it. But another attack happens, and here comes the engagement. And the armies, and once they step to the lurker, and the army is basically just eviscerated. Just completely incinerated. And that engagement was well cleaned. And that engagement with Kyaralonous was pretty cleaned. And it was massive. It was pretty massive for Kyaralonous. Yes, and to be honest, it's not that surprising either. And this Nexus is about to go down. Lane's coming by. And since he knew that the lurkers were back again, he had to make it an observer, just in case. Anyways. With the Baneling Nest he had, he needed a certain typical hooks, which is why he made this Baneling Nest for a reason, and he hasn't made any Banelings. which clears and indicates that it would happen sooner. And there it goes. There's the morphing of these banelings. 27. That's not a bad number, actually, to handle all of that many zealots that he actually made. Although zealots are pretty tanky, they don't really have much of a chance against anything that just really throws at them. But more or less, a melee attack is on the way. And just to deal with more extra damage, to deal with more damage against these zealots. He knew that my overlord was watching his army. But does not want to deal with that. Out. There's a lot of probes that are just idling for some reason, and now he's on 2 basing against 3 basing Zerg, which is you do not want to be at. Which it would be surprising. Which it would be a bit surprising if Kai had it expanded. And it's since he has enough money for it. But since he's pretty busy on some of those things, and he's got his hands pretty full. Now, enough said. Ed. Now, enough said. Ed, now he's making... And now he's taking this Nexus again. He's taking this. And now he's taking this. How many of this is what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 went down, and then he can retake this 5. And my overlord sees all the probes, so the problem is it's gonna take the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He should probably expand it maybe at least 2 more times. Kai should have at least expanded it 2 more times, but he's pretty confident where he is actually at, despite the army that he has. And the army he has will be pretty much destroy a soldier's army. The economy is still favoring Kai because the worker count is still high regardless. And the soldier is he has his own army heading this way, heading this direction, and he's walking right into a trap. On purpose, not knowing there's so many banelings just come crashing in. And he's just got severely outnumbered. Alright, and his army was completely annihilated. And Kai is making his forward. And his Hydras are taking care of the Archons, and his Lurkers is dealing with it. And now there come Banelings, and they're... and now he's down. Like, even way further than he was. Than he actually was. Oh, man. Ooh. Ooh. The 2 Banelings is just finished. 2 Banelings just explode automatically, and there here comes the Lurkers. Just outranges the cannon. And just hitting on the pylons. So everything that the Lurker does considers to be an armored deals bonus damage to armor, so he can hit buildings that is considered armor. Banelings can hit structures because they have the they have the ability to do that. You just need to turn them on to do that. And then all of a sudden, Soldier is in a lot of trouble. Oh, and this base is still alive and remains intact, and this base is up and running. It's about close to up and running, but it's not nearly done. And Kai is just warming it up, and he had built his hatchery, and he has his That's 6 base up, and he's gonna take the 7th soon, as he's about to, and he is gonna attack. And he's about to be severely overwhelmed with numbers, and Soldier's army is coming to save the base, but could not succeed. Soldier GG's and Kai's GG's, and Kyaralonous gives a confident, not bad. Just need a different comp. I guess that's true. I've been playing it for like 4 days now. And then Kyaralonous. And Kyaralonous is your winner at 25 minutes and 48 seconds. Although Kai hasn't loved the game, so he's gonna continue to do whatever he wants to do with it. So, so Soldier had the right idea, but what he didn't realize that he had Hydra Ling Bang Lurker composition, and he had to and with that many zones and with many banelings that Kyaralonous had, if he hadn't walked right into it, his army wouldn't be decimated, and he wasn't paying attention. So if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't be here. So if it wasn't for him walking in right into that, he wouldn't lose. Well, he would lose anyway, because he knows there's a bunch of banelings. If he had Sonic Storm all the banelings in the known universe, then the Kai who made all known universe, he would. But the fact Kai didn't know that this base exists gives a pretty clear indication that Kai still wins either way, because Soldier didn't have much of a. He didn't really plan this out, but it was a good effort. He did plan this out to whatever to do some weird compositions he had in mind. As though the Immortal Archon is not a bad idea. Yeah, but when it comes to Lang Bang and Hydra Lurker composition, it doesn't seem to end well for anybody. This doesn't seem to end well for basically everybody. So as long as you continue to avoid it. Again, just Soldier needs to do a little bit more scouting, knowing the micro hatch actually exists, and the Lurker that actually exist, along with the banelings, of course. Yeah. Anyways, that is gonna be it for me. This has been Kyaralonous with another edition of Starcraft 2, Legacy of the Brave Noob World. Go ahead and hit that like that button, hit that subscribe, and we can decide what you heard today. You're gonna catch me on Discord, Twitch. And until next time, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and take care of yourself.